January 15th, 2017, over 100,000 fans packed into AT&T Stadium. The Cowboys finally feeling something they haven't felt in years: hope.
This year, 8-1 without Romo. What's the difference? It's because of the quarterback named Dak Prescott.
In Green Bay, confidence echoed after running the table with 7 straight wins. But today, one city's dream of a championship would end earlier than expected. It's the divisional round. 2 teams, 2 legacies, 1 path forward. Rodgers would tell you this isn't the same team from October. Touchdown! But no one walks into Jerry World without paying the price.
A very exciting young player.
Can rookie duo, Dak and Zeke, pull Dallas from under the shadows of the past? Or will the Packers keep running the table?
Jordy Nelson for the touchdown.
It's history, it's legacy, and it's right now.
It's unbelievable. The first official came down the side.
After a brutal loss to Washington, the Packers found themselves in unfamiliar territory. A 4-game losing streak and a 4-6 record. Their worst start in the Rodgers era. Then on November 23rd, 2016, Rodgers said this.
We can run the table. I really do. I think the offense is starting to click a little bit more. We just got to put together a game where we're consistent from the first snap to the last.
After what Rodgers said, the Packers, led by Aaron Rodgers, looked completely unstoppable. In the final 6 games, he threw 15 touchdowns and just 1 interception, leading Green Bay to 6 straight wins and a playoff berth. On the season, Rodgers threw for 40 touchdowns to just 8 interceptions. The Packers didn't just sneak into the playoffs, they bulldozed their way in. Against the Giants in the wild card, Rodgers threw for 332 yards and 4 touchdowns, including a Hail Mary to Randall Cobb that reminded everybody just how dangerous he was. Rodgers was locked in, and the Cowboys were next on his list. Over in Dallas, the Cowboys are riding a wave of momentum, and leading the charge were 2 rookies who had taken the league by storm, Dak and Zeke. Dak, a 4th-round pick out of Mississippi State, wasn't even supposed to start, but after a preseason injury to Tony Romo, he was thrown into the fire and responded with an incredible poise, throwing 23 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Zeke, the 4th overall pick from Ohio State, was a different kind of rookie. He ran like a veteran and led the NFL in rushing with 1,631 yards and added 15 touchdowns on the ground. His combination of vision, burst, and power had the entire league on notice. The 2 rookies were so dominant, they ended up competing against each other for the Offensive Rookie of the Year award. Dak would ultimately win. The Cowboys finished the season 13-3, winning the NFC East and earning the number 1 seed in the NFC, the best record since 2007. To many, this felt like a new era in Dallas. After 2 decades of playoff heartbreak and inconsistency, fans believe that this could be their year. They kind of say that every year, so eventually they'll be right. Going into the game, the Packers were out their top wide receiver Jordy Nelson, who suffered 2 fractured ribs in the previous week's game against the Giants. A massive blow to the Green Bay's offense, but if Rodgers was rattled, he didn't show it. On the opening drive, he marched the Packers down the field and capped it off with a strike to Richard Rodgers for the first touchdown of the game. The next possession, more of the same. This time, the Packers rushed up the middle with Ty Montgomery, making it 14-3. The Cowboys' defense looked overwhelmed. They weren't getting any pressure up front, and Rodgers was making them pay. At one point, he completed 10 straight passes. Then came another dagger, a 1-yard rushing touchdown from Ty Montgomery that extended the lead 21-3 with just 7 minutes left in the second quarter. AT&T Stadium fell silent. The Cowboys fans were stunned. This was not how it was supposed to go. For being the number 1 seed in the conference, things should be going a lot better for the Cowboys. Then Dallas started to punch back. Dak connected with Dez Bryant on a 20-yard pass, the biggest play of the day, and finally had something going for him. The very next play, Dak did this.
Prescott, Bryant, hitting stride, Bryant, touchdown.
While under pressure, Dak threw a perfect pass to Dez Bryant down the sideline. AT&T Stadium exploded. It was 21-10. It felt like the momentum was starting to shift. On the kickoff, the Packers do what the Packers always do, mess up on special teams. But genuinely, why does this happen in every single playoff game? Brandon Bostic, now this? Anyway, after a quick 3-and-out by the Packers, Dallas drove down the field on a promising drive led by Zeke, but ended short with 3 straight incompletions and they had to settle for a field goal. The first half wrapped up with a score of 21-13, Packers with the lead. This game looked over after the Packers were up 21-3, but Dallas had 2 good drives to get him some points. Maybe this was Dallas's year. The Packers get the ball back to start the second half, and it starts out with this amazing throw. Rodgers scrambles to his right, gets tackled as he throws, and finds Cobb down the sideline. This was Rodgers' second best throw of the game. A couple plays later, Rodgers throws another beautiful pass to Jared Cook to get him to the 3-yard line. Then, on the very next play, Packers run play action to perfection and find Jared Cook wide open in the end zone for a touchdown, 28-13. On the Cowboys' next drive, they wanted to establish a run, and they did. Zeke tearing up big run after big run. After driving down the field, Dak makes a rookie mistake.
This one is picked. Telegraph pass, and it's Micah Hyde. And the first turnover of the game.
Micah Hyde read the play perfectly. He jumped it at the snap and got the first turnover of the game. Any momentum the Cowboys had from the first half seemed completely gone. But then the Cowboys defense is able to get the momentum back.
Rodgers throws for Adams and picked off by Heath.
Jeff Heath makes a diving interception, which is a great play by him. I know it wasn't the best throw by Rodgers, but Devontae, you really need to at least try to make a play on the ball. It literally looked like he just gave up on the play. Anyways, with that pick, the Cowboys were able to have a great drive led by mostly Dak, making great throw after great throw, and it capped off with a 6-yard touchdown pass to Jason Witten to make the score 28-20.
End zone touchdown, Witten.
Then the Packers got the ball back, and it ended early with a big sack by Barry Church on 3rd down. The Cowboys got the ball back and got back to work. Dez Bryant making a big play to start the drive. Then Zeke breaking off big run after big run, and the Packers defense looking completely exhausted. It was a 3rd and long situation, and it looked like the Packers were going to get a stop. But Ladarius Gutner drew a PI, and the Cowboys got a fresh set of downs. Just a couple plays later, Dak was able to find Dez over the middle of the field and made a great catch that got them the touchdown. Then, the Cowboys had to go for 2 to tie the game and made a call no one expected.
Prescott's gonna take it and make it tie game.
They ran a QB draw up the middle, and Dak dives into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. All of a sudden, that 18-point lead the Packers had was completely gone, and the score was 28-28. I remember watching this game as a Packers fan and seeing the Cowboys drive down the field so easily, I truly thought the game was over. The Packers in the playoffs ever since the Super Bowl have always seemed to disappoint me. The NFC Championship against the Seahawks in 2014, the Brandon Bostic mishap, then the Cardinals in the Divisional Round last year, Aaron Rodgers completes 2 insane Hail Marys just to watch Larry Fitzgerald catch and run at 60-some yards, and the Cardinals winning. I thought this was going to be the same, and the Packers were going to give up an 18-point lead and lose like that, unless Rodgers had something to say about it. With 4:08 left on the clock and 3 timeouts, the Packers offense needed to score, and the drive started out great with a pass to Adams for a gain of about 15. But after the play, Adams goes down with an ankle injury. Now Rodgers, without his top 2 weapons, needs someone to step up. Rodgers makes a dangerous pass down the sideline to Montgomery, and it looks like an interception, but PI was called on the Cowboys. This was definitely PI. Without the contact by Anthony Brown at the start of the route, I think Montgomery would have been able to make a play on the ball. After the PI was called, the Packers were in field goal range and started to play conservative, and just ran the ball, but on 2nd down, DeMarcus Lawrence makes an amazing play, bursting through the Packers O-line and tackling Montgomery for a 5-yard loss, and the Packers were barely in field goal range. After an incompletion to Adams, it was going to be a tough field goal for veteran kicker Mason Crosby. All the pressure is on him, and the pressure didn't affect him one bit and drains it. And the Packers get the lead back up, 31-28 with 1:33 left. After that drive by the Packers, I was feeling really confident that there would be no way the Packers defense would just give up 2 big plays to set them up in field goal range instantly.
Prescott, big chunk, Williams, blitz, Prescott fires, Witten on the other end.
Why do the Packers always do this to me? After the 2 big plays, Perry deflects Dak's pass on 3rd down, and the Cowboys had to bring out their field goal unit. With the game on the line, Cowboys kicker Dan Bailey drains a 52-yard field goal right down the middle, and it looks like the game is probably going to go to overtime, unless the bad man himself had something to say about it. After losing the coin toss and back-to-back playoff heartbreaks, the Packers weren't about to settle for overtime. With 35 seconds left and 2 timeouts, Aaron Rodgers wasn't thinking conservative. The mission was clear: go for the win. And for Rodgers, that was more than enough time to make magic happen. First play was a pass to Cook over the middle, Incomplete. Then the Packers set up a screen to Montgomery and get a big gain of 15 yards down the left sideline. The next play ends in disaster, with Aaron Rodgers getting sacked by Jeff Heath for a 10-yard loss, and the Packers having to take a timeout. 2nd and 10 with 18 seconds left. Rodgers scrambles to his right and throws an incomplete pass to Cook down the sideline. Now it's 3rd and 20 with 12 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like there's no shot of the Packers getting the field goal range. At this moment, I thought to myself that we were just going to run the clock down and bring the game to overtime. But Aaron Rodgers had different plans, and the offense is still out there with one more shot at getting in field goal range. Rodgers lines up in shotgun and takes a snap, scrambles to his left and throws a pass that would silence Dallas forever.
Comes underneath and the pass is incomplete, out of bounds. Now they say complete.
The pass was amazing by Rodgers, but lots of props to Jared Cook for keeping his feet in bounds. This is up there as one of the best and most clutch throws in NFL playoff history. Truly a remarkable play that made everyone remember how dangerous Rodgers is. Now, after all of that, all that's left is for Mason Crosby to make a 51-yard field goal to seal the deal and to bring the Packers to the NFC Championship game. If he misses, the Packers will go to overtime. And from what history has shown us, we do not want this to happen.
The NFC Championship game. It is good. The Packers are moving on.
Packers 34, Cowboys 31. Aaron Rodgers finished with 356 yards and 2 touchdowns, delivering another playoff masterpiece. Dak, in just his rookie season, threw for 302 yards and 3 touchdowns, truly rising up to the moment. Zeke was able to get 125 rushing yards, proving why he led the NFL in rushing yards this year. Both teams landed punches, both looked like they deserved to win, but the moment that everyone remembers was on 3rd and 20. Rodgers, flush out of the pocket, rolling left. He fires a rocket on the run to Jared Cook, who somehow drags his toes along the sideline. A 36-yard strike that silenced 100,000 fans. And it was the play that silenced Dallas. The kind of moment you only see from the greats. The kind of throw that gets etched into playoff history. And it was a reminder to the world, as long as number 12 had the ball, the game was never over. Love the Packers, love NFL storytelling? Hit that like and subscribe button and comment your favorite Rodgers playoff moment. Let me know what game I should cover next, and I'll see you guys next time. And maybe Cowboys, this year might be your year.